Hey guys, Jeff Lewis from Lewis Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab here. I want to go over today the importance of bear crawls and why we use them so much for our pitchers and throwing athletes. So a bear crawl is a closed chain upper extremity movement. And closed chain just means that your hands are fixed against the ground or fixed against some type of surface, and your body is where you're getting a lot of your movement from. You're still going to end up moving your hands as you go through this, but your hands are fixed. An open chain movement would be more like a bicep where my hands are free to move. When my hands are on the ground in a bear crawl or push-up position, that's closed chain where they can't move. So the reason that we do bear crawls specifically is because it works on alternating limb movements, which again, when you're throwing or pitching, you're not always just moving the same side. It's the ability to sync and time up different body segments on different parts of your body together to create the most efficient and hardest throw. So the bear crawl is a great way that we work on what's called the kinetic chain, which is the ability to produce power from our lower body, transfer through our core, up to our upper body, and then eventually to the ball when we're throwing. So the bear crawl, again, it's a good way to expose, hey, there's some weaknesses in that kinetic chain more often than not. The most typical issue I see with bear crawls is guys are not able to keep a level low back or pelvis. So again, a bear crawl, what it's going to look like, you're going to be on your hands and knees to start here. You're going to be propped up, and then it's going to be alternating limb movement. So right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg. And I like to tell guys to keep it small at first. The bigger you try to go with this movement, the more likely you're not going to do it correctly at first. So you're going to be in this position here. It's going to be right and left, right and left, right and left, right and left. And then to go back, I want to focus on pushing with my arm away from the ground. And I want you to think about pushing, not just from the elbow, but pushing from the shoulder blade. So it's almost like you're doing this motion here. So it's the same thing going back, here, here, here. And then after that, once guys get good at that, we'll go side to side. So again, I'm here and then back. Okay? So those are three different directions of bear crawls that we'll typically do. Again, what we don't want and what guys will typically do is they're here and they are shifting over to one side, their hips off the ground, and they're like this. So again, we don't want our hips up in the air. We want our knees at 90 degrees, pretty much just above the floor. Core's engaged. We're not falling in like this. We're also not rounded here. We're in a good, strong position here. Shoulder blades are pushed away so we're not falling in. And then we're going like that. So again, that's how you want to make sure you're doing your bear crawls. These are phenomenal, whether it's from a rehab standpoint, an arm care standpoint, performance standpoint as part of your strength and conditioning program. The possibilities for these bear crawls are endless, and you can get really creative with them to make sure that you're progressing and challenging yourself even more. So if you have any questions on the bear crawl or anything to comment or whatnot, go ahead and check our links out below. Leave a comment if you found this content helpful, if you have any questions on bear crawl or any other movements.